right. Hi, everyone. Hello. Okay, I should be on right now. Hi, everyone. I'm just gonna wait for a few people to join. Let's try to. Well, I gotta troubleshoot something. 1 second, y'all. Let me get the browser up. Let me see if anyone's here today. Welcome to Saturday's live stream. Let's put this here. Where's my browser? Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Okay. Let's set some stuff up quickly while I wait for people to join. Hi, I hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. Of course I messed up my browsing. Hey, how are you? Who is that? Marie, how are you, sis? Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Hold on, let me go to my browser. Let me do it properly. I'm just gonna wait for a few people to join. Today's stream is gonna be short. I only got like an hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 20 minutes today, but I wanted to pop in, at least pop in and say what's up to you guys and just, chat with you all. Hold on a second. Why is this not working? Give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, I hate when this happens. Okay, let's make this longer. Let's make it longer. Let me put 800. 800. Okay, wait, no, it's not doing it. Hold on, just give me 1 second, y'all. I'm just gonna fix this. Something is wrong with my browser. Just give me 1 second. I want to see your comments on the screen, that's why. Welcome. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's do this properly. I think because I'm Russian, that's why it's not working the way I want it to work. So here we go. Okay, that's what I wanted. All right, here we mother effing go. All right, let me read a few comments now. Let's put the Windows capture for this. Okay, good. Okay, we got everything set up, y'all. Yeah, I gotta go really quick today. Today's gonna be very quick stream. So I want to make sure this was from yesterday. Let me just bring all of this down. Let's bring this down. Oh, we'll go through that tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Okay, we'll go to today's stream. I had the links up, but I don't know what's going on. So we just gonna have to freestyle today. All right, let me read a few comments, y'all. We're gonna start real quick. Let's get it popping. Hold on, where are the comments? Okay, here we go. All right. Yay. All right. Happy Saturday. Hey, Deja Rue. How are you, sis? Hope you have a good weekend. Monica Morales. You said never click so fast. Hope you're having a great weekend. You too, sis. Sophie. Hey, sis. And shout out to you. Thank you, Sophie, for sending the links to today's content. Actually, 2 of the videos you sent the links to. And everyone else who did, I know, Queen, you sent it to me too. And whoever else sent links or topics that you'd like to cover, I'll cover some of them tomorrow, because I kind of talked about politics for 2 days in a row in this week, so I'm tapped out with politics. We don't have to take a break and then do it reconvene tomorrow. Rose, hey sis, how are you? Hope your Saturday's going well. Hope everyone's doing well. I don't even have time to really talk too much like with an introduction, but Mimi's in daycare, so this is why I actually have time today. A little bit of time. I only have an hour, and then we got to pick her up, like an hour and a half, and then we got to go pick her up. It's her first day of daycare. She even got a little report card, y'all. It's so cute. But I ain't gonna lie, I was happy for her to go to daycare. She was stressing me out. Not because she's bad. She's not bad at all. But the thing is that she's very active. And when you have a very active puppy, that means they need a lot of attention. And when they need a lot of attention, unfortunately, I'm always busy. Like, I have a very busy lifestyle. And I do spend time with her, don't get me wrong, because I work from home. But puppies need extra attention and care. And I think it's just better for her to at least go to daycare twice a week. And then that way she gets all the playtime that she needs with her doggy siblings, doggy friends, doggy whatever, her doggy folks. So yeah, so that's why I can't stay too long on today's stream, because we got to go pick her up and then we have to run some errands afterwards. Okay, so let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. And then tomorrow we'll cover Jay-Z. Oh, y'all, who Lord. Jay-Z and Pusha T, they were on the Epstein list. Very interesting. Very interesting, might I say. I'm not surprised though. And I decided, because Jay-Z, like when you guys voted for the next case study, a few of you voted, and it was between Jay-Z and Beyonce and Blake Lively and what's his name again? Ryan Reynolds. But today, I think we made a good choice, y'all. We gonna choose. I think we're gonna choose Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce will be the next case study, so look out for that. I'll start filming the parts next week and post it sometime next week. And for the Maze Lee, it's almost done. Like, I'm literally at the end of editing, so you should get it tonight. I'm gonna finish editing tonight and I'll post it. Devonda, you said Romy and chat on this chilly winter mix. You said you had no idea puppies had daycare. Yeah, girl. Oh, she got a good little daycare. I can't show y'all just because, like, obviously it's gonna be for security purposes. But yeah, they have daycares. Yeah, they even have like this. They can even go outside. Like they have these adventure kits. So the daycare that she goes to, they have a spa. They also have boarding, so if you go on vacation, you can leave your dog there. But I'm going to take Mimi with me, so I'm not going to let her board. And then they also have the Lobo Land. So basically what it is like they go on these field trips. They go outside, like outdoors, and they play outdoors for like unleashed for like 2 to 3 hours. You could do full day or half day. Since she's a puppy, I think I'll start her off with half days. I'm going to see how she does with the indoor daycare first, and then I'm going to take her to the Lobo Land, and then she'll be able to run free, run in the wild with her folks. And that'll give her good, she's going to be good for her to socialize. And it's so interesting because today when we took her there, they're like, oh, there's not many small dogs. Is that okay? And I said, yes, because I actually want her to get used to being around big dogs. Because I don't want her to have a fear. I want her to be like, to be able to play with big dogs, but also know when a big dog is not friendly. And they take very good care of the dogs there. They don't have reactive dogs. So I was very confident that she would be okay. And they said she was a little scared when the big dogs would bite in the beginning, but now she's fine. Yeah. What's going on with the Maisley? Wait, what happened, sis? Hold on. The Maisley comment section. Hold on a second. Something's off here because I never took off comments. I never took off the comments for the Maisley case study. Hold on, let me look at it right now. I can even show you guys. Hold on, let me manage my videos. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. So maybe this is a good segue to promote the membership, I guess. So the membership is temporary, by the way, guys. I do plan on ending the membership as soon as my website is up. Then membership's going to be deleted and we'll be having way more content on the website. So just FYI, that membership is only temporary for now, until I get the website. And then once the website comes on, then I will end the YouTube membership for sure. It's going to end because I want to make it inclusive, because I know some countries do not get, they don't have access to membership. So I figured out a workaround to it. Maybe we'll probably do something on the YouTube. I'll probably still have a YouTube membership, but not the same as it is right now. That'll all be on the website. Yeah, just for these kind of issues. Like, this is craziness. All right, so the last video I posted was this one. This was part 6. And then here, I don't have anything that would say that. I actually didn't even put any age restriction. I didn't put no comment restrictions. This is very strange. So, hold on. Is it, like, you're not blocked? I didn't block you, so I would know if you were blocked or not. Let me go into the video. 1 second, y'all. Let me go play the video and see why you guys can't comment. That's really strange. Okay, here's the video. This is very weird. Because I didn't restrict any comments, sis. Like, that's weird to me. Hold on, let me check. Let's check comments. Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't restrict any comments. This is weird. Okay, so if you're having issues with commenting, what is happening here? Honestly, like, I really didn't put any, like, there must be something new on YouTube where I'm gonna have to check it out. And this is another reason why I want to end the membership too, is because it's just becoming too, like, this is like, why aren't the comments showing? That's really weird. Okay, I'm not I won't spend too much time on it because we don't have much time today. You see here, even here, like, I put, oh, comments off. Okay, I didn't do that. So that's so interesting. Thank you, sis, for telling me. I actually didn't even do that. What the hell? Okay, it must have been like, I think they changed something. What? Why would they put comments off? On. Okay, I think I might have to manually go in. Thanks for telling me. Let me do it for all, because it didn't used to do that. I never had that issue before. Very strange. Very, very strange. And I don't even care when people comment negative. I don't give a damn. I just let people talk. Yeah, you see, comments on. I never had to do it before. I think they changed it, because notice how I didn't have to do it before, and now I do. All right, now it's on, sis. So you could type whatever you want in there. My bad. I didn't know. My bad, y'all. I didn't do anything. It was YouTube being YouTube. All right. Hi, whoever just came. I'm only here for like an hour, and then I got to bounce. So let's go into today's topic, and then I'm gonna read a few comments in between stories. So oh yeah, the church girl. Oh Lord, I gotta find her. Let's go real quick. So let's do an update on the church girl. I think that should be first. The one who, church girl proposal. The one who we covered a few weeks ago, and then her fiance left her, with the kids, and then he wrote her like this weird, like, this weird note, kind of like he was a social worker or something, telling her that he was going to leave. What was he going to do? He was going to, she had like a few days to vacate their apartment. So they basically, the backstory was that she got proposed to in church, and then she thought that this man, hold on, let's go back through the story. Hold on, we ain't gonna do the music here. So yeah, so basically she had 2 kids prior, and then then they had she met this man at church. And then we watched a whole church proposal, when people were like, yeah, you finally found your Boaz. You finally found your man. And then now look at what happened. This is what Boaz did to her. She said that he just left her just days before Christmas. So that was like a few weeks ago. And then her due date. So her due date is now. So she should have already given birth. Okay. So I hope she had a great birth. And basically she had to do a GoFundMe, and then this man left her, hold on, let me show y'all what he left her. He left her this letter right here, saying that the apartment's about to be gone, and she's about to be asked out. So we're gonna go through if you didn't watch it, you gotta catch that case study, because I can't go through everything over again because of time. But let's see what's up with her, because I did promise that I was going to go through her backstory and see what ended up happening to her. And also I wanted to see like what is going on with her now. So we're going to just do a quick update with her. It won't take too long, probably like 10 minutes. I don't think she has many videos. Yeah, she doesn't have many videos, y'all. So hold on a second. Let's skip through a little bit. Okay, this was a proposal, y'all. This was a proposal. We're just gonna watch a snippet so y'all can remember. Walking down memory lane.
Do you really want to receive the blessing of the Lord today? God, cover her. I need y'all praying, saints. I need y'all praying, saints. Cover her. For where she's stepping into.
Yeah, there we go. So remember that, what she's about to step into. Okay, here we go. So this is another angle.
I don't want to walk
we didn't see this angle.
To a room and see the signs that say marry me, or see anything that says marry me. I want to know that you're about to propose to me, because I'm like shocked because I turn around and you're down on one knee. Like, I don't want to walk into a room and know what's about to happen. Like, I almost want it to be like a regular, degular, schmegular thing that we're doing. And like, I'm just minding my business. I turn around, you're down on one knee. Like, leave the light letters and all that shit out. And so whoever's gonna propose,
so that was I guess the way she wanted her proposal. She put somebody else's voice over, but I guess that's what she likes. Okay, so sis, whoa,
my bad.
That's beautiful. Okay, so now this is where she was planning for the wedding, y'all. So here, okay, candle pack 6 on T. Wait, hold on a second. Does anybody shop on Temu? Y'all let me know, because I got a bone to pick with Temu. One time I spent $50 on Temu when they first came out, and the delivery driver acted like he delivered, but he didn't. And then all of a sudden, the delivery company wouldn't give me my money back. I know it's not Temu's fault technically, but still. So I've never used Temu after that. I said, F that Temu place. But it looks really nice. I mean, the centerpieces look really nice. They look pretty okay. The candles look fake. I don't know. I'm not a fan of fake candles, y'all. So that's not really my thing. Flowers from Trader Joe's. Okay. All right. The flowers looking okay, though. Those are beautiful. If you're doing a DIY wedding, then this actually looks really nice. Here we go. Me, I don't have that type of patience to do DIY, I'll be honest, but other people do. And if you have the talent for it, why not? I plan to get our flowers for our wedding the day before from TJ's, I guess Trader Joe's, and let our guests take them home as part of their favors. Okay, that's cute. Damn, she was planning, y'all. Poor baby. Poor lady. Baby's breath and hydrangeas are great fillers. Yeah, look at her planning. Here's my inspo for our tables and how full I want our vases to be, or vases. I know some people say vases. I got small vases or vases to create height variations and dimension. That's pretty. This is actually really nice little setup. This is a nice setup. This is nice, y'all. Damn. Sis was going all out here. This is beautiful. Oh, she didn't get to have her wedding. That man, no, I hope the worst happens to him. I hope nothing but the worst happens to him. Red flag. Look at him. She was planning all of these Temu items and doing all of this wedding planning just for him to leave her. Look at this. Okay, here she goes. She was even trying on the wedding dress. My goodness. Okay. Oh, wait, she's talking here, so that's okay. All right, we're going to play this.
To get married. Super nervous. I'm about to get married.
Oh, so they got married. I thought that they were just engaged. Okay, so you know what, sis? He cannot just kick you out the apartment. I hope you know that. You have rights. If you're married, he needs to pay for that apartment. I hope you know that.
I'm about to get married. Super nervous. I want to cry so much.
She's gorgeous.
He's so faithful. I have to do my nails real quick. My dad surprised me. He came all the way down here from New York. He's about to walk me and give me away. God.
Okay, we have a problem here. Red flag. Hold up. You didn't even know your daddy was coming? This is a problem. I need to know, how close is she with her father? I guess we won't know. But the fact that her dad surprised her and he's walking and giving her away, and this wasn't part of the preparations. No, I don't want you in my wedding at that point. Because if my dad's supposed to walk me down the aisle, I better for sure know way before we start planning. So if my daddy had said, for example, I think my dad in 2023. Oh yeah, he was in Canada at the time, because y'all know my dad lived in Haiti for a bit. If he said that he didn't know if he was gonna be able to attend the wedding, and then all of a sudden he surprised me, well, you're gonna surprise me in the audience. I'm not gonna sit here and have you walk me down the aisle, because you playing with people's emotions. No, don't play with my emotions the day of my wedding. You sitting your ass right in the aisle, right in the audience with the rest of them. You're not going to walk me down the aisle. Get out of here. Red flag. No, you can't be surprising people like this on their wedding. Like, okay, surprising somebody with like Eric Benet or like a singer, that's different. But surprising somebody who's supposed to walk you down the aisle, that's personal. I'm so sorry.
So good.
No.
And I'm just elated to be around people that love us and we love them. And I'm ready to party and celebrate our union. Baby, I love you. I am so excited to see you. We're about to do life together. It's us against the world.
See, I told y'all about the us against the world mentality. Red flag. Do not ever, let me tell you something. Don't you ever go on social media. There are words that I promise you, they shift your mind. Music too. I was listening to a TikTok the other day that talked about the frequency of music, and they said the song, y'all know that song, Ring My Bell. You can ring my bell. They said when you listen to that song, money comes to you. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to need to sing Ring My Bell at the gym or something. I added that right back to my playlist because I already knew the song already. But, you know, I just knew it as that annoying Burger King commercial song because they used to have it in the Burger King commercials. And then there was another song. They said The Whole World by Outkast. You know the song, and the whole world, da 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 da. It grows your hair. So I started listening because I was like, look, I got to grow my dreads. I got to grow my hair back. You know what I mean? Got to grow it back to where it was before. So all of that to say, there are certain words that bring the energy. When you say us against the world, you about to get messed up. He about to tear your ass up. He's going to mess up your life. Do not say us against the world. What else? He's my person, my best friend. Don't say none of that. Don't you ever speak those words about your spouse or significant other. Just say he good. Yeah, I love him. He loves me. That's it. You don't need to say, what they say, he's my person. Ride or die. No, I can't wait to do life together. He's my other half, my best friend. All of that stuff. Whenever you say that, I swear the frequency just, something in the ether changes and shifts. Don't ever say that.
And I'm so happy.
You could feel it, but you ain't got to say it out loud like this. This is, yeah, you see, she was saying all this to him, and then look what he did to her a few months later.
Together, it's us against the world. And I'm so happy I get to love you and take care of you for the rest of my days. I will see you in a second. This is me before. Hopefully I don't look too bad after. Okay.
Gorgeous too. And she was gorgeous. Okay, very gorgeous. Maybe one, damn, so she was really hoping to get married, y'all. Maybe one day, wait, hold on, look. Maybe one day I'll get married. This was January of last year, just mind you, last year. And you'll be my maids of honor. Aw, cute. This beautiful wedding, y'all. They had a very beautiful wedding. Dresses I almost bought versus, yeah. Oh, Lord. Let me tell y'all something. There's a reason why y'all didn't see nothing else after my wedding. Y'all just saw the wedding video and then that's it. I didn't show what I could have bought, what I should have bought. I didn't do no wedding series for this reason. Nah, man. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying, I want to make it very clear. I'm not saying you can't be happy or you can't be proud and celebratory, but sometimes you gotta know what to post, man, because all of this can come back to haunt you. Look at this.
Wait. Don't run. Oh, yep, she got it.
I like her style of setting things up. She has a very nice style. It matches me anyways. I like it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, sorry, we gotta fast forward. Okay, so she got pregnant here. Okay. This was when it started, y'all. This was when it started. Okay, so mind you, they got married January, and by summer she was pregnant. My opinion, that's too fast. My opinion. This is my opinion, personal opinion, based off of my experience. Do not have a baby right after you get married. Enjoy your newlywed life for at least a year. Unless you have a condition and they tell you, the doctor says, hey, you got to have a baby right away or else, then I would say, hey, maybe you should take that leap and sacrifice. But, excuse me, I'm drinking like carbonated water here. If you do not have a medical condition, you need to wait. Please and thank you. Because this is too much to add to a new situation. People don't think about that. It's a lot of pressure to add a baby into a new marriage. You didn't even know him. You're Christian, so you probably didn't even live with him. So you need time. You need more time than people who shacked up together. And even people who shacked up together, I would still recommend that you take a little bit more time. But especially if you didn't shack up together, you really need to take time to get to know your partner, get to be like comfortable with each other, living with each other, and not have the pressures of having a child. It's a lot of work. I can't imagine Dom and I having Mimi when we first got married. That would have been a disaster. Red flag. Oh, hell no. Hell nah. If you're an OG of this channel, you probably watched the vlogs. We used to bicker about cleaning and little household things. Y'all know, because he got OCPD diagnosed, so I'm not making this up. I got ADHD diagnosed. And mind you, at the time we were undiagnosed. Imagine if we brought a puppy into that mix. Oh, this is a cute baby or a puppy or a baby. I don't think we would have been together, to be honest with you. I don't think we would have lasted this long. I'm just being very honest with y'all. Very honest and transparent. I think Dom and I would have been like them. But he wouldn't have kicked me out like that because he know better. Because hell no, I'm gonna go right to the Korean courthouse. Because we were in Korea the first 2 years. Oh, I'm getting my rights. Oh, I'll make sure I have to figure something out to get mine. Okay? You ain't gonna kick me out in the cold like that. But to be honest with you, in Korea, it's a whole different law thing. I'm talking nonsense. But seriously, in Korea, like if you have kids, good luck. Whew, Lord. But anyway, point is, it's not even about me and Dom. But the point that I'm trying to make is that you have to be careful. And having a baby right after you get married is a recipe for disaster, my opinion. Because look at that. Like, that's way too much. Way too much too fast. So you see, she was happy to get pregnant by him. This is his baby picture, her baby picture. This is him. Look at that. That was that man right here. Dad's number one fan. This is about to be their baby. Yeah, she's talking about her other 2 kids. That's too much. January 2026. You see, she was so happy. All right, now first trimester. I know she was going through it. Lord, oh boy. Shout out to all the women who have to go through this. This is a lot. Oh my gosh. I know some women get really sick. Help me choose a baby shower dress. See, he was all there for the baby shower. Hair is beautiful. Nails beautiful. That's really nice. She was using TikTok like her Pinterest board. I see. Dressing the bump. Yeah, that'll do it. Look at that. Dressing the bump. And then now, yeah, all of this. That's why I said she ain't the only one. Remember the other pastor too. He wasn't a pastor, but the other guy, the pastor in Detroit, the one who divorced his wife while she was pregnant. This is what happens, especially with those kind of men. I'm telling you, you got to be careful. That's why I say delay as much as possible to have a baby. If you're that pressed, then I don't know what to tell you, but you're going to have to take your chances. Look at that.
Oh, you got it.
This was around Christmas time
You got it.
last year.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I see why I be mad at the customers now. All you gotta do is just take your time.
That's it.
3 settings. Let's see. Well, we did it. Shout out to Target on New Garden. The best one in the city. But, y'all, I threw up on myself trying to drink my drink. I threw up, coughed, burped, and was dealing with heartburn all at the same
Imagine dealing with all that. All of that.
time. Talk about heavy cream.
That bump is bumpy.
But, you know, this time of year it's hard to find all the black cheeses you need, so I had to pivot. So I'm just waiting on more of that. In your mac and cheese. I should have extra sharp, but I don't. It's okay. Creamy. Melts a little too hot. I poured just the right amount of noodles. Cheese is just, I don't want it to be too super, but I don't want it to be dry either. I mix at the same.
Okay, all right. She's showing us a video of her eating mac and cheese. We gotta fast forward, sis. But look at all the work she's putting into this household. Look at that. Wait, she put flour at the door. What is this for? What is that for? For the elf? Oh, she even did elf in the shelf for the kiddos. Oh my gosh. Aww.
I normally do my combat boots, but I can't find them, so we're just gonna do these. And I got like
Ah, that's cute. She did that for her kids. Look at her putting so much thought and effort.
I don't ask for much.
Okay. I can't. No music. Okay, I don't want to show kids on my channel, so we gonna fast forward. But the kiddies had a great Christmas. Oh, Lord. Hold on. When did he leave? When was this? Hold on a second, y'all. I gotta make this wider. He left January 5th. Okay, she posted this January 5th. Oh, so that was after all of this. It's very sad, y'all. So after this Christmas vlog, hold on, where his ass was on? He left on Christmas. Didn't he leave on Christmas Day? Hold on a second. Wait. When did she say he left? Wait 1 second. Husband unexpectedly left me and the kids just days before Christmas. Okay, so that's probably why she made their Christmas more special. This is sad, y'all. Very sad. Okay, let's get the update. So this was afterwards, after she posted that he left her.
Hey guys, good morning. I just wanted to check in, show my face, my swollen, very pregnant face.
You still look beautiful, sis. She has very gorgeous features.
Use my
very beautiful,
barely hanging on glasses. I've been really emotional, but mainly filled with gratitude. And my heart is so full. I'm very thankful for all the support, for all of the love, for all of the encouragement, and the donations. Y'all have no idea how... I don't even have the words, but you guys just have no idea how seeing y'all's messages and comments and outpour and standing with me and supporting me and my babies means to me.
Yeah, she didn't. You know, this is the sad part about this whole situation is, imagine you're in church, right? And you end up meeting somebody and you think that you're in the safest space and that you really, like, she already had 2 kids prior. So she probably was trying to, you know, give her life back to God, doing the right things. And then she met a demon. Everybody encouraging her to be with this man, and he's a whole demon. As soon as you get pregnant, he the worst thing to me, when for me personally speaking, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, deadbeats are the worst type of man. That's a dangerous man. A man who could leave you vulnerable like that. That type of man does not need to be with anybody. He left her assed out. Not only that, but he took the apartment from her. He left her for dead. So, sis, I know that you were asking for donations from the public, and I agree with you. I think people need to be funding that. That's what I would say. Like, you know, if you guys could help her out, she gonna definitely need it, especially in America, where, you know, you have to pay for your maternity and all that stuff if you don't have insurance with your job. So I get it, but I would not be so gentle with him. I would take him through the cleaners. I don't give a damn. And make sure you arm yourself in case he want to act all crazy and erratic afterwards. Drag him all the way through hell, through the legal system. Don't give him no rest. He was married to you. He needs to be responsible, especially for that baby that you have. So as much as the village is stepping up, he also needs to step up. Do not let him get away with this. Please take him to court with all that GoFundMe money. You better be getting a lawyer. And make sure you take everything. I don't care if it's every last penny you could grab. Take it. Please and thank you.
I always said I would never get on the internet and cry, but here we are. I also wanted to say hi to my new followers. I thank you guys for standing with me and following me on this journey to turning my pain into purpose, to giving God the glory. You know, I know that something great and bigger than me is going to come out of this. And unfortunately, it took something as devastating as this to birth something literally in the physical and in the spirit.
I hope you don't go to that church that you met him at. Please and thank you. Please tell me you left that church. Okay.
That is far beyond what I could even think is going to happen. But God will get the glory. He is not done with me yet. I pray that God blesses each and every person back tenfold. I know that it's hard out here. We all have our battles, our struggles, but I hope my story reminds you guys that you are not alone. I see y'all seeing me, see you. And I just pray that y'all continue to hold on as well through whatever you're going through, and know that God has you just as much as he has me and my kids. I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I hope you guys are having a great new year. With everything I got going on, I am keeping on. And when life gives you lemons, we make lemonade, right? So as I take each day by day, step by step, my heart posture is just, God, you are still good.
Amen.
He will still get the glory. He will still get the victory.
He will. And I hope you take his ass to court too. I don't hear nothing about that, so maybe you're going to tell us in another video. But please, take his, I'm telling you, do not feel bad. Oh, I don't want to put him on child support. I don't want to put another black man through the system. Well, put him through the system. Because if you don't, he's going to do it to somebody else. Please.
And you are not done with me yet. So just please keep the encouraging messages, comments coming. I'm reading every single one. I may not be able to reply back to every single one, but I am liking them and engaging and just acknowledging you guys. So I appreciate it so much. Thank you for the donations as well. No amount is too big or too small. And I just thank you guys that are pouring into us in that way, for taking that time to do that. So yeah. I will check in with you guys later. I have an appointment to check on a baby boy. He is doing good. I've been talking to him. We're still connected, and I feel closer to God than ever. So, ironically, obviously I should, because I have a baby from heaven in me, but yeah. I hope you guys have a blessed and amazing day, and I will talk to you guys later.
Okay. All right. She's in good spirits, y'all. Here's another update. Oh, she even got an Amazon wish list. Okay. I don't know. It's not loading this video. Okay.
Follow taking photos of each other. I don't want you to take a photo of me. Hello, Barbie?
Man, get off my phone.
Okay. She's doing good videos with her daughter.
Thingies.
Okay.
Like wiping thing for the...
Press it until how many times? Too much fun to be had online. Grab it.
All right. Cute. All right. What's this one? Why is this one not loading? Do an Amazon wish list for baby registry and put it in your bio, please and thank you. That new baby and other 2 babies got son. TikTok. Okay, I don't know what that is. All right, let's see the baby stuff. This is nesting. Sis, you got too many snacks at the bottom. This is not nutritious for your baby. But that's okay. Who am I to judge? I don't have no kids. I don't know. Who am I to tell you what to
eat? She's ready to go. I'm ready to have a baby.
Okay. All right, sorry, we gotta fast forward a little bit because she got music on her thing. Okay, she got stuff for the baby. I'm glad that the audience, her supporters, were able to pull through for her. Okay, what's this one? Nesting, 38 weeks deep clean. Okay, she's carrying on. Yes, sis, keep making them videos.
We're gonna be deep cleaning and organizing. I went to Aldi and was able to find some really good storage.
Oh, Aldi, I need to hit that up. Is it good? I've never been to Aldi's before. Y'all let me know.
Organization things that was like the fraction of the cost on Amazon. I got some snacks and some pick-me-ups for my caddy that you guys have already seen in my caddy video. But today we are just going to be cleaning the living room, doing a lot of vacuuming. We're going to do some mopping, some sleep.
Okay, so she just organizing. All right, sis.
Getting all
that's it with her, y'all. There's nothing else to show. I think that's it. Ooh. And she did a really beautiful maternity shoot. That's beautiful. Gorgeous. Yeah, you know what? I agree. If life gives you lemons, turn it into lemonade. So notice she did it with her kids instead of with her man. Well, with her daughter. I don't see her other... Doesn't she have 2 kids? I just saw 1. 2 girls, maybe. And then it says her boy. All right, sis. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. That's the update with her. I don't see anything else. Let me see her GoFundMe. Y'all go donate if you can. If you feel it in your heart to do so, definitely donate. It's Britt McClure. And yeah, she raised $9,000. I think that's amazing. Almost 10K. Yeah. And then let's see what she wrote. Hi, my name is Brittany. I never imagined I'd be in a position where I need to ask for help like this, but me and my children's safety and stability comes first. Just days before Christmas, my husband unexpectedly left our family. I am currently 9 months pregnant and caring for my 2 children while trying to keep a roof over our heads, the lights on, and a sense of normalcy for them during a time that has been incredibly painful and disorienting. This situation unfolded suddenly. No, he planned it, sis. Trust me, he didn't just get up and leave. He planned it. Leaving me without the financial support I had planned on. So basically, this man was promising her that he was going to take care of her. So it sounds like one of those situations where he's like, oh, you work from home and I just want you to work from home, take care of the kids. Yeah, it's easy for them to yap before they get the ring. And then as soon as life starts to hit them, then they realize that they're brokies. He probably didn't have the finances to take care of her. I can almost guarantee that. And also, it sounds like he's very immature. Leaving her like that in that kind of situation, to me, is a cowardly move. Shows that he has no type of adulthood. That's not a man. That's not even a boy. That's just bottom barrel, whatever the hell you wanna say. So the fact that he left her and he knew that she didn't work, and he knew that she had no financial support, probably promising her the world. This is very sad. I've used every emergency and community resource available to me. There's not much, y'all. Pickings are slim because everybody, think about it this way. Everybody's going through it. The economy's not doing well. Especially for some people more than others. Some people doing very well in this economy, but others aren't. They're struggling. So if you have a lot of people struggling, then of course the food banks, food banks are literally like they're in distress right now because there's just way too many people. There's too much demand. Because remember all those government workers that they got rid of, a lot of people are getting laid off left and right. And they are also relying on food banks for their families. And so this is why, you got to be careful when you choose to have children. I understand that society makes it seem like you must have children, but you really got to think about your financial situation. Because the worst thing you could do in this world, in my opinion, is bring a child that you cannot take care of and you can't provide for. And if you are expecting other people to do it, yes, people can feel compelled to help you, but that's not going to be consistent. I bet you those people that donated $9,000, they're not going to do it monthly. So then this is only temporary. Long term, you need to have a solution. And unfortunately, the government is not going to be there to bail you out anymore. They are letting you know they're tightening up the purse strings. So you got to be careful how many kids you have, y'all. Stop having kids you can't afford. I'm being honest. Very honest. Probably the most honest I'm being right now. Please stop having children you cannot afford. You can't. And even if he was in the picture, he probably couldn't. He was giving you a whole bunch of dreams and wishes. Did you check his bank book? Did you see his finances? And even if you did, I would not rely on somebody else to take care of me for the rest of my life. That's too much of a gamble. Too much to put expectations on somebody else. Just saying. But if I'm falling short of what's needed to stay afloat during this transition, I'm asking for help to bridge this gap, not for comfort or extras, but for stability, safety, and independence while I rebuild. So the funds will go toward housing, utility, food, and basic necessities for the kids, baby essentials as I prepare to give birth. And that $9,000 is not even going to cover the maternity costs. How much does it cost? She doesn't have a job, y'all, so she ain't got no benefits unless she gets Medicare, Medicaid. I know it's state by state, but let's just look at the general cost. With Medicare, Medicaid? Would it be Medicare, Medicaid? I don't remember which one it is. So for both births covered by Medicaid, Medicaid paid nearly all costs for both vaginal and cesarean. That's amazing, actually. So good. If she has Medicare, Medicaid, then she's going to be covered according to AI. But let's see how much does it cost to give birth in the USA. Period. So this is again I'm just looking at overall, just whatever comes up first. I didn't research it, so it might vary depending on the state that you live in. Pregnancy and childbirth in the U.S. come with significant costs, from prenatal care that can exceed $5,000 without insurance to hospital deliveries averaging between $14,000 to $27,000. Even with coverage, most families pay $2,000 to $3,000 out of pocket depending on their plan and circumstances. So if she's using these funds already, she already used them for the baby, preparing for the baby, for rent, and then for her health care, there's not much left. And then, like I said, $9,000 is not going to last you that long if your rent is high and you got other kids to feed. So she's going to have to definitely come up with a plan. And she just gave birth a few days ago. So, sis, my honestly, my recommendation would be to just try to get, and look at what happened to TikTok. Oh God, I can't even tell her go on social media because TikTok ain't paying like they used to. We might need to talk about that tomorrow. They cut the TikTok revenue, like I think it was TikTok Creator Fund. A lot of these creators are not making money anymore. That's why they're trying to skedaddle over to YouTube. So it's not consistent, y'all. I feel really bad for her. It's just really sad. It's an unfortunate situation. I really wish her nothing but the best, and I hope the best for her. But who is going to be a tough road? All right, let's read a few comments. We moving on to the next story because I only got 20 minutes left, y'all. 25 minutes. Gia, hey, you said he has no soul. That is awful. None at all. I don't trust anybody who would abandon their kids. That to me is not a man. A single mother of 3 now. Yep. And that's the sad part about it. Rose, you said my father abandoned us after a fight my parents had. I've seen so many women, including my mother, not take them to court and just let them live their lives with no consequences. That pisses me off more than anything. That really pisses me off because it's like, at this point, you need to be held responsible. And I understand the ramifications, because I know some people are like, well, you know, black people, we already got it bad. Black men, I don't give a damn. I'm sorry, I don't care. The only people I would care about that are in jail, that are the innocent ones, the ones that are innocent and put in jail and they didn't get their due process and they are basically rotten in jail, then I'm going to feel sorry for them. But I'm not going to feel sorry for somebody who planned and wanted to, like, acted like they were responsible. Then they pursued a woman who already had 2 kids. So he already knew she already had a lot on her plate. Not only that, he decided to marry her, and not only that, impregnate her. And I'm not absolving her of her responsibility, but at the same time, he was promising her that. So it's not like she was just coming up out of nowhere getting pregnant by this random man. That was her husband. And then now look, he vowed to take care of her. Those vows are very strong. He vowed to take care of her, vowed to be there for her, vowed to, provide for her in front of the Lord, because they're Christian. In front of everybody, in front of family. Y'all saw how much money came. They probably spent so much money on the wedding. And then he abandoned her and her kid. Their kid together. And not only that, but the 2 kids that he entered into the marriage. She entered into the marriage with. I have no respect for men like that. Take them to court. Drag them to court. I remember one time I had a conversation with my mom, because my mom got 6 kids, right? Because I'm the 3rd of 6 with my father, right? So it was so funny because I told my mom, I was like, what if dad left you one day? Because I was just talking, you be talking to your parents. You just randomly talk about it, right? And that was when I was a teenager, y'all. I was just asking her. I was like, okay, like, what if something happened? What if dad left you? She's like, I'm taking him to child support. First thing, if he ever leave me with my kids, I'm going to court. That's what she said, y'all. I'm not joking. On everything, that's what she said. She was like, there's no way. I had all these 6 kids. Now she said that part in Creole. If y'all want me to speak Creole, I can. She's like, that means like I wouldn't have had them 6 kids. Y'all, she got riled up like he really left. I was like, Mom, it was a hypothetical scenario, okay? She was like, no, I'm not playing with him. She was like, because she made a lot of sense. She was like, what ends up happening is the money that they're not giving you, they're spending on another woman and their kids. And so you're going to leave me with these kids. And I'm the one supporting these kids. And then you sitting out here gallivanting, spending your money, the extra discretionary funds you have on a new woman and new children. Get out of here. Red flag. Take them to court. Drag them to court. Make sure that's the first place you see. Before she even asked for the GoFundMe, she should have went to the law. Find out how much it's going to cost for the lawyer. Because look at this. Damn, did I take her GoFundMe down? Dang it, I took it down. She didn't mention nothing about no court fees, lawyer fees, nothing. That's what you should have been focused on, sis. I gotta be honest. Because he's the one who should be giving you that money. The village can only help so much. But long term, that's his responsibility. He decided to lay with you and he needs to pay. Continuing. We're all going through it. Yup, we are, Marie. Well, that's great that she has so much support, but she's going to have to figure it out fast. Because it's stretched. That money is stretching. You said my mom had 4 kids. The youngest was, I think he was 2 or 3 at the time. That's very sad, sis. I'm so sorry to your mom. I feel bad for her. No woman should have to go through that. Period. I don't care what nobody says. Even if she's the most awful, like what they were talking about with Christy and Desmond, I'm just happy Christy got her own. Because it could have been a whole nother situation. There's no reason why you should abandon your well, it doesn't seem like he abandoned his kids, so good for that. But there's no reason why a man should be absolved of all his responsibility. I'm sorry. I don't care. And if he starts to get foaming at the mouth, starts to get mad, starts to threaten me, well, you're in the country, she's in the US of A. You have the right to bear arms. Take advantage of that amendment right. Trust and believe me. These dudes are too unpredictable and be having multiple kids with them. Exactly. So that's why I'm saying, like, you gotta really be careful about who you procreate with and the timing, and just, make sure you're set, man. Like, if you can't afford it on your own, that's why I always say, even if you're in marriage, act like you're gonna be a single mom, because it's not even about them leaving. It could be about your husband no longer being there in life, right? There could be so many variables that happen, so you gotta make sure that you can actually take care of your kid on your own. No one is guaranteed to be a married mother or to have help all the time. So that's why I said you got to be able to afford your kid on your own, not with somebody else. If you need somebody else to support you in your life and your household and your bills, even with kids or without kids, then you probably shouldn't be having children, in my opinion. Because society is not going to care for your kids, I promise you. They're only going to donate once and then that's it. And then what are you going to do after that, right? Kyra, you said Aldi's goes platinum in my household. Love the store. Double platinum. All right, let's segue, y'all, because we ain't got much time. I only got like 25 minutes. Let's talk about Jeannie Mai, y'all, and then we'll do a quick light skin, dark skin. This is a long interview, so I'm not gonna go through too much, but let's do an update on Jeannie since we're doing updates, y'all. So they said Jeannie Mai mistaking chaos for love. If this interview is good, we're just gonna watch the first few minutes. If it's good, we'll continue on tomorrow, and then if not, I'll pack her up. Remember, she was married to Jeezy. I did a whole case study on her and Jeezy's relationship. Lord. And he acted like, wait, you know what? Let's see what Jeezy had to say, because he had a lot to say to TD Jakes. Let's hear what he had to say first, and then I want to hear hers, because his interview was first. So, young Jeezy, TD Jakes. Best husband. He said he was the best husband, y'all. Red flag. If you watch my case study, you know that was a damn lie. Look at this, y'all. Okay, let's hear what he learned from his marriage. This is a short clip because we're not giving him too much airtime. And by the way, tomorrow I have another part of the Shanice and the Game interview. It got worse, y'all. I thought it was bad when he said that, what was it, last week? When her mama was sniggling and giggling when he said, oh, like, when a man first sees you, he wants to impregnate you. I thought that was bad enough. No, there's more. So we'll go a little bit over the second part of Shanice and Evelyn's interview with the Game. But anyways, we talking about Jeezy right now. Jeezy and Jeannie. Let's listen to him explain how he was the best husband.
What did you learn from it? I learned I was a great husband. Like,
red flag. Okay, sorry. Let me let him talk. But he lying through his bald-headed ass teeth.
What did you learn from it? I learned I was a great husband. I can't be. I got a beautiful daughter out of a situation, so there's no regrets there. But I learned a lot about myself. I learned that there's things that I continue to work on. I learned about, my preferences for things, the type of space that I need, the type of moments that I need to decompress about certain things. And this just unselfish nature, that I was selfish in my prior life. And I think just going forward in life, it just taught me how to like give someone else grace and actually listen to understand rather than just to listen to reply.
Yeah.
Because when you're sharing a life with somebody, it's almost like you don't become one, but this is a partnership, right? And so for me, it's almost like I've never experienced anything like that, just coming from where I came from. So I never had to share, you know what I'm saying? Or I never had to compromise in a way. So I just think it taught me a lot about what compromising was like, and then things that, I can just work on as a person. It's a mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a mirror. It's a mirror. It's a reflection. It's a funny thing. If you go deaf, eventually you won't speak clearly. To me, you can't speak right if you can't listen right. So the correlation between the ear and the mouth is so connected.
They are correct, yes. What Bishop Jakes is saying is right. But Brother Jeezy, I know you trying to get into your new religious, because don't be surprised if he comes out with a gospel album at some point. Red flag, you liar. There's so many lies. First of all, when somebody says they were a great anything, wrap that person right up. I know you lying. Nobody's a great anything. Nobody is I was a great husband. Says who? Says you? Are you the report card? You're the one holding the report card? Because if anything, I gotta ask Jeannie. She's the one who had to witness your husband ways. Or husbandly ways. Please. So whenever somebody says they're a great anything, I already know what time it is. Second, he said that he learned a lot about himself, learned how to listen, not to speak. All of this stuff he's saying, it sounds good and great. But, bruh, you forgot you got 2 other women that can corroborate and say that that was not the case. So your pattern reemerged with the 3rd one. And so now you're trying to convince us and let us know that it wasn't you, it was her. Because you were a great husband. This is why everything that he's saying here, he's just talking the talk. He went to therapy. There are people, and at first I used to think like nobody would be that diabolical to do it, but they are. There are a lot of men who go to therapy just to weaponize it against your ass. Red flag. He looked like the type of person who, when you're arguing with him, whatever, or you're trying to get your point across, he's going to use therapy speak for you to be quiet. And not only that, but for you to do whatever, so he can manipulate you into thinking that you're the crazy one, when in actuality, he's the whole crazy person. Red flag. Walking around toting pew-pews like he was in a damn movie. Like he was in a freaking No Limit, like he was a No Limit soldier. Like he was going to war. Got PTSD all through in there. I never heard him say he got diagnosed. He needs to go to a therapist to get a clinical one, to get diagnosed. He needs to stop doing talk therapy. You need to go and do something with that brain of yours. He's showing all the symptoms, but yeah, he was a great husband. Right.
That the speech clears when the ears open. So when I ask you, what did you learn from it? I'm asking you, are you listening? And,
yes.
and as you listen, that should change who you marry, if you marry again, how you communicate, your music, every aspect of your life. Is like blood. It doesn't stay in one spot. It goes everywhere. Right. So wisdom is the same way.
Bishop, don't you read the Bible? Technically, we went through that already. If he's married to Jeannie, or was married to Jeannie, if he's a Christian man, but I'm guessing it's because I don't know what his religious affiliation is, but you should not be promoting this man to go be with anybody else. He needs to just be single. I think Jeezy needs to, he still hasn't figured out what the problem is, and it's him. He's his own problem. So he's talking about, I'm the great husband. That already lets me know he thinks Jeannie was the problem. And if you can't be accountable to your issues and what you could have done and what you could have, different types of, self-reflection, then there's no conversation. Why are you even promoting him being with somebody else? Bishop Jakes. But then again, you were at the Diddy parties. I'm surprised you're not on the EpiPen list.
It goes everywhere, and I think everything that makes you better makes you wiser.
Okay, all right. No more listening to this nonsense and his congested ass. So continuing, let's get to Jeannie's. Let's fast forward a little bit.
So I'm over here trying to wear like, big alligator teeth when I really want
Okay,
energy.
we're fast forwarding then.
She literally give you your headline and me. Like you rocks. But again, when you have generations that don't know how to communicate and how to make those decisions
Before you answer that question,
these categories are not at all describing what you survived, what you chose to opt out of, how you got here, what you accomplished, what it took to become 46. Like those things are left out of this label. Mm-hmm. And so I think that the one thing I've learned now wearing like these imaginary Post-it notes of being divorced, 46, single, with a toddler, I feel like if I had to choose a label, it would be becoming. Like I am becoming the version of me I want to be. I am becoming what the understanding of what I know is. Like you're constantly becoming, and that's okay. That's like a beautiful definition to being human.
Yeah. No, it's interesting listening because my assumption before you answered that question was like, I think people share those labels because they're relatable. Because like a lot of people are 46 and divorced and single and with a toddler.
Yes.
But hearing you just describe what you're like, even the beginning of your journey, and there's a lot you haven't even shared, I'm sure. I can only imagine that I don't know if I'm projecting, it must feel kind of hurtful. It's like, I'm so many other things.
Yes. Of course. The other major rule on top of all of this, I think one of the, important things that we learn in life besides like self-regulation and being on time, but we also should learn about not taking things personally. Like that's the ultimate goal is at the end of the day, whatever he did to you, whatever that company did to you, whatever you did to yourself at that time in your life, don't take it personally because everybody's going through something and you just become you become a speck in the journey of it happening, So when I hear it, I don't take it personally. Like if someone's like, oh my God, are you divorced? Or like you're single too? Or oh my God, I'm 46. No, it's actually for me, I'm really proud of having survived what I've gone through to make those decisions to be where I am.
I agree, Jeannie. There's nothing embarrassing about being divorced. Let's get that clear. And I want people to know that. There's nothing embarrassing about it. Hell, if I got divorced, I would not be embarrassed. Because at the end of the day, life is a journey. She is exactly right. However, what I would be embarrassed about, though, is if I chose a ragamuffin type of man, a degenerate type of man, and I married him and put myself in that situation. Red flag. That's what I would be more embarrassed about. So don't be embarrassed, Jeannie, about the fact that you are divorced. Twice, might I add. That's not the problem. The problem, though, is Jeezy should have never been on your radar. I gotta be honest, sis. That's where I would take. That's more of the L in anything. Because life happens. But at the same time, Jeezy's pattern never lied. He been a degenerate. Well, former, because now he's a great man. But his mindset has always been the same. So that's what I would be more embarrassed about is getting finessed by a man like Jeezy.
And then I'm also proud of what I'm understanding of what led me to the decisions that resulted in where I didn't want, So the work is in me. Like you can say whatever labels you want, but at the end of the day, the work is mine to define what that means when people say that.
Yeah.
Because so when you say it to me, there was a time where I was like, I was divorced. God, is that all you want to talk about? There is that. But then now there's a day that I'm like, I am divorced and I'm learning what that means. And also the peace and the space and the solitude that I have right now that I never would have had before is really enriching. So how's it for you? So it's really the work. At the end of the day, we all got to do our own work. Do your own fucking work, and it'll just be a lot more peaceful as we all figure out the right ways to regard each other.
Is there a label you consider a flex?
The becoming one, for sure. becoming. I think becoming is one of the most empowering, even just that, like it gives you a sense of relief to know that you can become and you're constantly becoming. And I also think the other one that's like, I'm constantly like, yes, is the label of being a mom. That's like,
No, I can tell you really love it.
I really am obsessed.
And remember, Jeannie has the resources to take care of her daughter. So there's that. If she didn't have the resources, this would be a whole nother conversation. Not saying she wouldn't love her daughter, but life would not be as great as it is now. She wouldn't be talking about, she puts her daughter, mind you, her daughter goes to private school or Montessori school. Her daughter has a full-time care with her mom there. She has a whole village. So Jeannie's not in the same situation as sis was the first sis. That's a whole different situation. Jeannie can take care of herself and her daughter. She never needed Jeezy for that. I'll say that. But hell, I mean, the extra income, yes, she needs it because that's his daughter. He is supposed to take care of her and give child support and spousal support on top of that. But she never needed him financially. Let's just put it that way.
With being a mom, like the way I have situated being a mom in the middle of every other thing, just to make sure this little girl doesn't grow up with the hardship. You know what? I don't want to say that. I do want her to have hardship, but I don't want her to have unnecessary chaos, you know? Yeah. And the way that I've learned my journey, the way that I've owned my labels to be able to turn around and make sure that like she's not going to have to endure the hot messes that I didn't know because I didn't understand people, pain, trauma, all these things. You know, I just want her to understand it so that she's ready. I'm building her helmet because it's all going to still happen. You know, it's all still capable of happening. I can never protect her enough to make sure that she has a perfect life. And it's not that I want that, but I want her to have a helmet and the tools. Yeah. And that's my job to give her.
The word chaos, you wrote on social that you were confused, you mistook chaos for love.
Yes.
What part of you was drawn to the chaos?
That's a big one. I think that my biggest realization now is learning that I mistook intensity for intimacy.
So basically he love bombed her. That's what she's talking about. And one thing is her life has always been chaotic. So that's why I have a little bit of grace for Jeannie because, you know, she was sexually assaulted or abused when she was a kid by somebody close to her, one of her cousins that her parents considered like a nephew or a son to them, right? Her parents' nephew, her mom's nephew. Yeah, her mom's nephew, but basically he was like a brother to her, right? Not only that, but her and her mom had a very, very volatile relationship. So she had mother issues. You know, she came from a very her parents were immigrants. Not only that, but they weren't that wealthy either. So she had to grind and build herself up. Then she got married to Freddie and then, you know, was in that marriage for years and still had a little, you know, a little thing going on. Y'all watch the case study if you need to know her history. And so I can understand a little bit of like, you know, understanding that it was hard for her to break through the pattern. So I'm really happy to hear that she doesn't want her daughter to go through that. That's what it's supposed to be. Take notes, Evelyn. You don't pimp your daughter out to the next highest bidder. You try to shield them from that.
I've done that too.
Yeah, really.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've learned that like if your inner volume or your inner understanding of your household, the dialogue between you and your parents or your caretakers, if all of it was tumultuous or like erratic, if any of it, there's this thing called the ACEs in therapy, get to know the checklist. It's a crazy checklist of like all the things that can bring you potential trauma or dysregulation in relationships.
Yeah.
It's a really good list to understand. If you have any of those things, you're probably going to be capable of being attracted to chaos later on. Girl, I had every box ticked.
Yeah, and I did a case study about that. Go and watch it. Oh, she had yes, she did. So it's not surprising that she ended up with a Freddie or a Jeezy.
Every single one of them. Incarceration, abuse, sexual abuse, alcohol, physical abuse, just everything. Domestic violence.
Yeah.
Because I had a beautiful, I have a beautiful family that loves deep. They're still like my rocks. But again, when you have generations that don't know how to communicate and how to handle frustration or handle breakage and things like that, like it can pass down to how we communicate with each other. So I think that today I've learned that when you're single, this is one thing I would tell the Monaco. Those moments that you're single are going to be hands down the most prized pieces of land that you could possibly inherit. Like it's literally like a physical land that allows you to just air out, open up, create your personal space. I don't care if you live in a studio closet apartment or if you live in like your own shared space with somebody, but however you're single is it's your responsibility to allow your brain to run with the ideas, the visions, the thoughts, the pains, the sorrows, the guilt, let it all.
Yep. She is 100% correct. So, you know what? Hold on. Let me let you finish. I'll give my final thought. We'll just watch a preview of the light skin, dark skin, and then we'll leave that for tomorrow because I need to talk a lot about that one.
Run rabid because when you're in a relationship, your mind's almost like half of that space is taken up. And it's not a bad thing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful when you find that partner where you guys can like share it and coexist in between. But when you don't, like treasure that time because you get to know yourself so well. And when you build everything you love about your empire, whether it's career-wise or just mentally, it feels so comfortable and gush that when somebody comes in, they should be able to add to it. Not at all exchange any of your piece. And I didn't know that. I exchanged a lot of my personal space in my head and my heart.
Because you never had a chance to be by yourself. You were with Freddie for a long time and then you hopped right into Jeezy's arms. So you never had a chance to really be single. And that's why I always say, please take your time being single. If you're single right now, there's nothing wrong with that. I promise you. Trust and believe me. Because whatever they trying to sell you in the Cinderella books and on social media, he's my person. Where they say, I can't wait to do life with you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, trust me and believe me when I say they will take up your space. And there's nothing wrong with that, like she said, if you're with the right person. But honestly, to be honest, I'll be honest with y'all and I'll keep it a stack. The only reason why it has been working for us, Dom and I, one, we don't have kids. That made it very easy. The pressures weren't there, so it was just us. And number two, we both spent a lot of time being single, so we already had our own independence established from before. So yes, it can be hard. I would say the negative part about it is you become too single and too used to being single, so it's hard to integrate your lives together. That would be the hard part about it. But at the same time, I've already been there, done that. I'm okay. Like, I calmed my ass down. He calmed his ass down, and so that's it. But when you lack that, then that person becomes your new world, and then it's like your life is not you don't have an identity apart from being in these relationships, and that is, to me, detrimental, especially as a woman.
For love, because I love love, and the next thing I know, I'm performing and living for the relationship and that person than myself. And that's something I have to deal with. That's my own thing that I'm learning to work on, But in the time, in the moment, it feels cute. It feels sexy. It feels like couple goals. It feels all these things that aren't really who you are unless you were single enough, long enough to know it,
To know who you are. And so, and also, if Dom comes to me with some nonsense, he knows he's going to get the same Romy y'all get. There's no difference because my identity has already been planted and rooted. So I'm not going to sit here performing for your ass. No, hell no, red flag. But she did for Jeezy. Okay, we're going to park it right here, 2250. I want to hear more about this interview. Let's watch a preview about a light skin, dark skin by Dr. Michelle Daff. I cannot believe that she's doing these type of videos. I remember when she was she wasn't Bronzer. She was Ghana Goddess or something like that. Y'all, I've been on them YouTube streets for way too long. I used to watch her and Patricia Bright heavy. But she's always been a doctor. I remember at the time when I watched her, she was a PhD student. So it's interesting to see like how her channel has progressed. She used to do natural hair videos, and now she's doing femininity videos and kind of these kind of talking style videos. All right, let's watch a preview and then we'll regroup tomorrow.
Growing up in these white environments, the number one compliment I received is that I was pretty for a black girl. And that, to this day, sticks with me.
That is triggering to me every time I hear
I'm like getting
like that.
choked up. I'm like, because it's that I grew up like 6th grade until I'm 25. And I still think that. I'm like, sometimes, like, damn, pretty for a black girl. Like, you have 30-year-old men saying that shit to you, like, now. It's crazy.
Imagine hearing it as a chocolate woman. But
yeah. No, and
it's
it's
for a dark
skin
skin,
right?
I hate that. Today on The Bridge, light-skinned and dark-skinned black women come together to have an honest conversation about colorism, identity, and sisterhood. Different shades, shared experience. I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Dowd. Welcome to The Bridge.
Okay, so it's like Jubilee, you know, when you have people against each other. Now, one thing is, I know this topic is exhausting. It has been beaten dead enough. But this was recommended. Sophie, this better be a good one. Because if not, I'm going to pack them right up out of here.
Hi, ladies. Thank you for all being here today. We don't get the opportunity to have these kind of conversations in real life, so this is beautiful to have us all here together to talk about such an important and sensitive topic.
Okay, so I'm going to have to stop it here because I gotta go and pick up my baby girl. We will reconvene tomorrow. I'm gonna read a few comments. I'll let this go for now because I know if I start watching, I'm gonna get way too interested and we really gotta go. So I'm gonna read a few comments and then I gotta be out. Hey, on the brighter side, hey sis. That art girl, you said, I feel like he did this to humiliate her for being a single mom. You talking about the first one? Yep, he did. He sure did. He sure did. I feel like they're both saying a lot of nothing. You talking about Jeannie and the lady? That's possible too, y'all. Well, I think that's it for now, guys. So I have to get going. I shall see you guys tomorrow. I will be streaming longer tomorrow, so at least we'll finish up these stories. I'll title this part 1. If you're part of the membership, Maisley, the last part's gonna come out tonight. I'm gonna finish editing everything tonight. Get that going. And Jay-Z Beyonce will be this week coming up. And the new case study for the members only will be Diana in Korea. So anyways, I shall see you guys tomorrow. And see y'all then. All right. Got to get going. You said, I remember Dr. Gaff and her natural hair video already. Girl, it's been a long time. I know. So crazy. And you know her cousin is Jackie Ina's husband. Okay, we're going to get into that afterwards. Tomorrow. All right, y'all. Take care of yourselves. This was just to stop by and say hey. And